Hey guys, ready for another video? And I promise we won't be talking about the Chamber of Secrets today. Wait a minute. Does that technically mean we are talking about the Chamber of Secrets because I just mentioned the Chamber of Secrets? Oh no. Today we're going to be talking about what it really means to be a Potterhead. For those of you that don't know, Potterhead is the fan term for people that really like the Harry Potter universe. It's our fandom name. So here are 19 signs you might just be a Potterhead. Number 19. If the reason you want to own a copy of Charm Your Own Cheeses is because you're certain the world's best recipe for nachos is in it. Number 18. If you think the worst thing about not being a Gryffindor is that you'll never be able to pull the sword of Gryffindor out of the sorting hat, you might be a Potterhead. Number 17. If the worst thing Voldemort truly did was ruin the reputation of Slytherin House, you might be a Potterhead. Number 16. If you think you've either read or written fan fiction better than Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, you might be a Potterhead. Number 15. You might be a Potterhead if you think the greatest thing about Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is that it's a Hufflepuff as the main lead. Number 14. If you know the difference between spew and S-P-E-W, you might be a Potterhead. Number 13. If one of the biggest unanswered questions about the Harry Potter universe is, where exactly is Hufflepuff House located? Number 12. If you really wanted to be a Gryffindor after you got sorted, just to make sure you have merch everywhere you shop for Harry Potter stuff, you might be a Potterhead. Number 11. If one of the greatest things about high school is that at least you could say you didn't have Dolores Umbridge as a teacher. Number 10. If you know who refers to Voldemort and you know what refers to the Cursed Child, you might be a Potterhead. Number 9. If you imagine yourself as a star Quidditch player, but know your fear of heights will keep your feet firmly planted on the ground, you might be a Potterhead. Number 8. If the main reason you want to go to Universal Studios is just for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you might be a Potterhead. Number 7. You might be a Potterhead if you really want to go swimming with a giant squid. Number 6. You might be a Potterhead if Dale versus Fry is a very hot-button issue between you and your peers. Number 5. If you're still laughing about the word Weatherby after all this time. Number 4. If you and your friends have had an argument over which character's death was the saddest, you might be a Potterhead. Number 3. If you played the Harry Potter video games despite the fact that you knew there were better games out there. Number 2. If you started Harry Potter by watching the movies, but you finished with reading the books because you didn't want to wait until you found out the end of the story. Number 1. If you stayed up for the midnight release of Cursed Child, then went home and read it, to immediately regret your life decisions, you might be a Potterhead. Alright guys, so those were my 19 signs that you might be a Potterhead. Obviously there are a lot more than 19, so share some of the ones you can think of down in the comment section below. And please, if you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to this channel for more. And I promise eventually I will be talking about something that isn't Harry Potter related. But until that day comes, stay awesome.